Hello and welcome to the instructional video for Team Number 1 Souvlaki's map editor for the Musée des Ondes. Please refer to this timetable of contents for any specific instructions you need. In this video, we'll be going over all key features and main use cases of the system. The application contains two main menu sections, Storylines and Map Layout. First, let's take a look at Map Layout. This menu contains everything related to the map. The first thing to talk about is importing floors. Before using the application, you'll have to put all of your SVG floor plan images into the floor plans folder of the main directory. For SVG conversion, we recommend the following website, image.onlineconvert.com/convert to SVG. Here you can input any sort of image file you want and it'll output an SVG. No need to make any changes to any of the settings. Just ensure that it's in black and white. Once you have your files in the proper folder, click Edit Floors, select a floor number for the floor you're going to create, choose a file for that floor, and click Add Floor. The floor will now display on the screen where you can pan and zoom it, and floor titles will be displayed in the floor list. When you have multiple floors uploaded, you can select which one you'd like to view by clicking it in this list. You can use this same feature to replace floors. Just ensure that the image you're replacing it with is of the same aspect ratio and size as the original floor plan. Here you can also delete a floor that you've selected. This will, however, remove all story point and special info from this floor. Next, we'll talk about creating points of transition. From the Map Layout menu, select Edit Points of Transition. Now, the map editing toolbars will be displayed. Above, you can select among various special types of points of transition. Note, however, that only standard points can contain story point and point of interest values. On the side menu, you'll find various tools for creating a graph. The Point Placer allows you to place a point or a special point of transition. The Edge Creator allows you to link two points of transition together. To do this, click 2 points in order. If ever you need to cancel out of this tool, simply right-click. To create an edge between two floors, for instance at staircase nodes, use the Edge Creator to click one staircase, then switch to the next floor, and click on the next staircase. The edge will not be visible on your graph, but it will be used for navigation and path calculations. The Auto Edge tool is a special tool that allows you to do all of these tasks at once. Simply click to place a point, and click again to automatically create a new point that is connected to the previous. This makes it very easy to create large paths across the entire building. The Point Mover tool allows you to move the position of a point. To use it, click a point and then drag your mouse to change its position. This tool can help adjust lines to make them straight. The Node Delete tool allows you to delete a point. To do this, click the point, hit your Delete or Backspace key, and then confirm that you'd like to delete the point. To cancel a selection, right-click. And finally, the Edge Delete tool allows you to remove a path between 2 points. To do this, click the 2 points and hit Delete or Backspace. Again, to cancel, right-click. The two last buttons in the Map Layout menu are Load and Save, but we'll talk about these later. Now we will take a look at the Storylines menu. First, we'll see how to edit a point of interest. To do this, you'll need to have some points placed on your map. Once a point is clicked, a point of interest editor will be displayed on the screen. Here you can create a point of interest by assigning special values to it. Once the point of interest has been saved and created, it's highlighted in green. To edit the details of an already saved point of interest, simply click it again. Point of interest details will be carried over by default when creating story points later, but can optionally be changed. Now let's look at storyline creation. To add a new storyline, give it a title, description, and click Submit. Next, click points on the map to make them story points for that storyline. Here, simply add details, similarly to how we did point of interest editing. Notice that point of interest values will be carried over if possible. For instance, if the point you've chosen as a story point also contains point of interest information. This is useful for carrying over information that doesn't change, such as iBeacon details and settings, but things like titles and descriptions can be changed. These points will be highlighted in green, and the system will automatically find a path between story points using points of transition, which will also be highlighted in green. To edit the values of a story point which has already been created, you can either click the point directly, or click on the title of the story point in the storyline story point list. In this list, the order of story points in a storyline can also be modified by clicking and dragging. This will allow you to change the order of story points that a visitor must visit along their path. A storyline's title and description can also be edited by clicking Edit Active Storyline. And a storyline can be deleted entirely from the system by clicking Delete Active Storyline. This will remove all associated story points, so be careful. Also important to note is the Content Language Selection feature. At the top of the screen, a drop-down menu allows you to select a language. The language selected here indicates the language in which story point and point of interest values will be written in. That means to have bilingual story points, the user must populate the story points with both English and French values separately. Now that we've covered all of this, let's return to the map layout menu. Once you're satisfied with the work you've done, click Save. If the graph is valid, the application will prompt you to give a name to a save file. This save file contains information about the state of the application. This is the file that must be provided to the partner mobile application. The file can also be used to resume your work within the map editor. On a fresh launch, click Load Map and select your previous save file to resume your work, and remember to save when you're done. We've now covered all main functionality of the application. For special cases and troubleshooting, please refer to the instructions given in the various error messages returned by the system. For advanced assistance, maintenance, or any other kind of help, please reach out to your Concordia University contact. It has been Team No. 1 Souvlaki's pleasure to work with the Musée des Ondes on this project, and we wish the museum great luck on its future projects. Thank you.